Should be an easy game on Sunday. It should be. You know, whenever you expect the easy games, that's when you get upset. But the Redskins really aren't too worried, I don't think, because I think they've got the rhythm going with them, and I think they'll play well against the Lions Sunday, who are having their problems. A lot of rookies in the starting lineup, and their secondary has really just been downright awful. Joe Theismann should have a great day Sunday, particularly with the hands of guys like right there, Ricky Thompson. There's Ricky, and want to catch against Dallas. And John McDaniel. You think about the deals that Beathard made, and the acquisition of Thompson and McDaniel have to be the greatest because they were basically little-known and unknown players, and he picked them up. They came out of nowhere, and they have just done a super job for the Redskins, and we thought we were going to have receiver problems before the season started. Now, we talked about rhythm. That's what they've been saying all week, that the rhythm's with them. And just like the Fat Lady T-shirts, here we go, gang. Can you see this? The rhythm is now with them. This is the latest to hit the Washington scene. A little shot of John Regan's in there. And, you know, if they go into the playoffs and if they do well in the Super Bowl, you want to zoom in? Look at what a chest. I feel like I'm auditioning for Superman. I just fly right out of the studio. So the rhythm is with them.
Hey, we finally figured out a way to do something about his clothes.
Just
Folks, if you bring a few T-shirts, send a few in, we'll get them dressed yet.
I'm ready to go.
This is something the Redskins are putting out.
Yeah, and you know, you can get them around town. We're not plugging the shirt, but we're plugging the team. The team's going great.
With them.
We're plugging my chest.
5 for 5 next week. Tomorrow it'll be 6 for 5,
It'll
right?
be 6-0, right?
Oh, good. Thank you, Dan.
Now, last Monday night, Irv Cross, the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins, and I still find it hard to believe when the Cowboys got down to the 2-yard line, they couldn't demonstrate any Cowboy imagination.
Well, one of the things they did, of course, as everybody saw, Brent, was run 3 plays off tackle against the goal line defense, which is difficult to do. As a matter of fact, the Redskins stopped them. We'll take a look at the footage as it comes up here in a second. Here's the first play, Brent.
All right, Pearson is in there. They've got 3 running backs. Now, he runs it behind the left tackle, Irv, and then they come back with Dorsett twice.
Well, you know what the Redskins try to do in their goal line defense is pinch their defensive tackles and defensive ends to the inside, and the middle linebacker is responsible for plays tackle to tackle. Now, McClinton stops this play, as he should, as a middle linebacker on the goal line defense.
Here is where I thought that Roger Staubach would come up with some play action, put some pressure on the outside of that defense.
Well, I tell you, with a running quarterback like Staubach, you would think that would happen. You'd fake a run here, have an option run or pass. They didn't do it. They elected to run, and the Redskins stopped them cold.
Certainly did.
The thing that I didn't understand, though, Brent, don't you think that Theismann took a big risk in handling the ball like he did in the end zone, that last play?
The last play of the game. Let's check in with that and show you exactly what happened. Joe, of course, was attempting to run out the clock. And he took the snap from center, and he headed back into the end zone. Now, keep in mind that if he had just kept right on going to the locker room, he would have given up the 2 points without the chance that he took. And, Irv, if the ball had been fumbled in the end zone and recovered by the Cowboys, they could have won the game.
That's a key point, Brent, and everybody must understand that. Once the ball is snapped and play starts, the game isn't over until the play is dead. And the play isn't dead until the quarterback is down. In this case, Theismann going into the end zone, sort of hot dogs it here, and could have lost this ball game.
Irv, let me ask you another question. We've got the rematch coming up on Thanksgiving down in Dallas, Washington and the Cowboys. Will the Cowboys remember that? Does that mean anything to a professional athlete?
It does. You know, the Cowboys have a lot of pride, and there's bad blood between these 2 ball clubs, and they'll try to get even the next time they meet.
Cross, let's get back to the National Football League. Who was our player of the week last week?
There are a lot of candidates, Brent. Of course, Wilbert Montgomery in Philadelphia had a big day running the ball, and Joe Ferguson had a good day throwing the ball, but the Pro Football Writers chose Mark Mosley as the Schick Player of the Week. After the Washington kicker scored all the Redskins points in their upset victory over Dallas last week, Brent, Mosley hit on field goals of 52, 42, and 27 yards in the 9-5 victory. This 52-yarder in the first period equaled the league's longest so far this year. Mosley's noted, though, for his accuracy at longer distances. Last year, he had 4 of the 8 field goals in the league, which went over 50 yards. He signed as a free agent in 1974, and because of his effort last week, he's chosen as our Schick Player of the Week.
In Chicago, where Johnny Morris works, Richard Waldo is a sports producer. We're going to show you a package that they put together after the Dallas-Washington. It was a Monday night game, and apparently Robert Newhouse was tipping the offensive plays for the Cowboys. This is somewhat tough to see. He's the right running back. Do you see the mouthpiece dangling down as he goes out? I know it's tough, but every time the mouthpiece was hanging down, Staubach went back to pass. Now let's show it to you again. Now here he is coming right at you in motion. Do you see it dangling down? It's one of those that's tied up with a face mask there. And that meant that Staubach was going to go back and pass. And whenever the mouthpiece was inside the mouth, such as this sequence right here, the Cowboys were coming with a running play. Now, Irv, could the Washington Redskins have been picking this up?
No question, Brent. They could have used that as a key. You know, many players develop all sorts of characteristics in their running and passing style. Some players lean one way or the other, and oftentimes will tip plays.
Now, watch last week, Irv. Different mouthpiece, one that was in for running and for passing plays.